This is the first comparison. The first thing you're gonna notice is that the overall image on the right is more brighter than the left. And that's true for almost all night side photos, but there are some exceptions and I'll talk about that later. The colors in the shadows are better maintained, giving you a more pleasant look. The second shot here, the colors of the sky in both photos are not accurate in real life, but I do prefer the sky in night mode as it appears in gray color without a slight red hue compared to the left. As always, the night side gives you more detail in shadows. If you look at the grass, the tree, and the dark building in the middle, they are clearer, brighter, and have better color profiles. Now this shot is a bit tricky because I tapped the building that has white light next to the harbor bridge. Just want to get some better details inside the building, but it turns out it doesn't work well. As you can see, everything except the large amount of white light is pretty dark. But you do get brighter photos overall in night side, as is always the case. I didn't tap anything in this shot, just opened the camera and took those photos, which was what I did for all the photos except the last two. Now you can see more details, the color of the building, the grass. Oh, you know the color of the grass anyway. However, the details inside the building couldn't be maintained, so you can barely see things inside the building, and since night side adds more exposure, it's even harder to see. I do prefer the look of the ground in night mode, but the sky in HDR Enhanced mode, because although much more details are maintained in night side, the sky just doesn't look real. It is a night shot, so I really prefer the sky can be dark, while main objects can have better details. I guess if Google can address this with some software magic, some sort of combine the two photos, it would be a huge advantage for Pixel devices. In this shot, night mode again has brighter image. If you look at the tree leaves on the top right corner, the color is more accurate and pleasant to eyes. I wouldn't say this place is a dark one, as you can already see how many light sources I had in the photos, but night side still does a better job to shadows and slightly darker areas. Again, the sky in night side is too bright for me, but you do get clearer details for trees and dark areas of buildings. The color of the ground is not quite accurate as it's brighter than what human eyes can see, but overall I do prefer the photo in night mode, with some editing. I really like the reflections in the water, as it's more natural and it offers more details. The sky in night mode is okay compared to the left, and the overall color on the shape is brighter. If you look through the windows, the details are much better maintained. In this shot, I would absolutely pick night side over HDR Enhanced mode. I took these photos right below some lights on the roof, and I really couldn't tell the differences between these two shots. So one tip here is that if you're taking photos in a bright area with little or no shadows involved, don't bother using night side, even if it's in the evening. In this situation, I once again took the photos below a bright light and they are actually different from each other. I noticed that none of these photos have accurate color of the grass. In real life, the grass appeared in dark green, which is darker than the one in HDR Enhanced mode. But looking at the photos side by side, I would rather choose night side as it offers more pleasant picture. Okay, this is a very challenging situation. I point the camera right to the light bulb and the two most process the two different photos in terms of the color. I have to point out that this is a yellow light and it's strong enough to shed things around it a yellow tint, just like what it appears in the left photo. Where the color of the sky is more accurate, so does the light from the building on the right side of the image, which is in white color. However, night side once again offers a more pleasant image. It's like it removed the yellow filter and then everything is in the color as what we would believe, like the leaves are green, sky is blue, and so on. I do like the night side image despite the color is not accurate. In these photos, the light above the stairs has light blue color, and the color on the wall is somewhere between yellow and orange. The night side is great overall, but the light on the stairs tends to be white and washed out. If I had to choose one, I would pick the photo shot on HDR Enhanced mode. After all, the main object is the stairs, and the color of it is washed out in the Here is another shot of stairs and the color is bluer on the right, but the color of the left image is more accurate. So in conclusion, what should you know when shooting using night sight? Firstly, the color might not be true to life, but is considered to be more pleasant. You might need to edit photos and add filters to get the color you want, whether it's accurate or in your own style. Secondly, shooting in strong lighting conditions, where little or no shadows are involved, may not make a difference. So why not save some time and shoot in other modes? Last but not least, you will get brighter images in night sight. So if you don't like gray sky like me, try avoid the sky in photos or edit them afterwards. So that's all for today's video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up to let me know, and see you later.